your expectations for your first Steelers-Ravens? What type of football are you anticipating?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be physical. It's going to be a great game, and a lot of great players on both sides of the football. Obviously, there's a lot of history here, we got to bring our best.
Do you have a rivalry like this in Seattle or Denver that you felt like people got this much buzz about throughout the week?
Obviously, this is a historic rivalry. Obviously, being the AFC North and all the great teams and all the history in the AFC North, it's pretty historic. Obviously, the Steelers have been around since 1933, so there's been a lot of history. We definitely in Seattle. There's some great moments and great battles. Obviously, with Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers. Those were some big games. A lot of great players on both sides, so those are always good moments. But this one has got a lot of history to it.
We saw Mike with the touchdown catch. Obviously, how much more is he picking up, and do you expect to see more of him?
Yeah, Mike's been great. He's been smart. He's on it. He's a pro. Got a lot of great guys around him. Just love that room. Just all the hard work they put in every day is really special. So Mike's a great addition for us.
Russ, the 3 weeks that you've been quarterback now, do you feel that this offense has evolved to the point that if this turns into a shootout with as prolific as they are offensively, you can go score for score with them?
Yeah, I think that we can definitely score points and we can do some special things, and we've got a great defense. We trust each other as a team and everything else. We just got to play one play at a time. You can't, nobody's trying to predict scores. You just play the moment. You just be in the moment, do whatever it takes to win. And our goal is to score one more point than they do. That's the goal, And if we score more than that, hopefully that's good too. But I think the biggest thing is just being focused on us being our best. And they're going to bring their best, and we got to bring ours.
What do you think is the most challenging aspect of Baltimore's defense?
Well, I think they fly around. I think obviously they got some playmakers. They got some guys who know how to get the ball and do some really good things. I think the biggest thing for us though is we got to be focused on what we do well, and we're excited about that opportunity to go up against a really good football team.
I think,
Russ, Mike was saying 2 days ago that there's a lot more of your game. Where do you want to grow? How much more do you think is...
Say it one more time.
How much more do you think you can grow? How much more do you think of your game you have yet to show here?
I think we're always growing. I think that's the great part about this game is you're constantly building, constantly growing. You're finding every little 1% that you can get better. And I think the biggest thing for us is we're all growing together. I think, learning each guy and all the time that we get to spend together, and obviously to hit a big touchdown, a guy like Big Mike, and his first real big play for us. That was a monumental moment for us. We needed that, and so for me, I always focus on fundamentals of the game. That's always been my focus every day. I go to practice and try to be great there, allowing the fundamentals to allow me to be confident in the big moments, too, and just trust in that. And I think that's where I always focus.
on the topic of those moments, for instance, the comeback against Washington last week, do you feel like when you look at the way you guys have come together and you've gotten to build chemistry these last 3 weeks, that there's a little lull, like we saw from the defense bridging halftime? You guys can come back in those circumstances again?
Yeah, we can definitely score points. We believe in what we can do. I think Arthur's done a good job of getting us in the right plays and this and that, and for me to get the guys in the right situations as well. And our work ethic is top notch. I mean, if we can put work in, it adds up. And I think our receivers, our running backs, our tight ends, and obviously it all starts with offensive line. Those guys have put so much time in, and I think the bonding, the time that we get to spend with each other off the field too, really helps. I think that just gives us confidence in one another and allows us to really believe in who we are and what we can do. And I've been around been a part of a lot of great offenses, and I think we have a chance to be really great. But you just got to do it every day. Great players, great teams, great offenses. They do it every day, and so that's the part that you embrace and you enjoy that challenge of that. That's where our focus is. We're not worried about weeks from now. We're not worried about even tomorrow. We're just worried about watching this film after practice, seeing how much better we can get today, and then come back tomorrow and do it better tomorrow.
Arthur was telling us today that you guys are together late into Friday nights, just around each other a lot. How has that relationship grown over these last couple of months?
I've always had so much regard for Arthur. I think that he's been one of the best, offensive coordinators in football. Obviously, he's a guy who got to be a head coach too. He'll get that opportunity again as well. I think he's just a great leader and believer of ball. He loves ball. And I love it too. And so I think for me and him, I think we share so much knowledge of the game with one another and what we see and what we're feeling. you know, we're up on the whiteboard drawing plays, and he's drawing, I'm drawing, we're talking, we're thinking about, you know, where we can find the next touchdown every day, and we spend a lot of time doing that late at night and spend some early mornings when needed too. But I think the biggest thing is I'm just having fun, and he's having fun, and we're doing it together, and it's a collective effort. That's the best part about this team. It is everyone, and it really truly is, and that's a great feeling. And then, you know, I think when you got a great office coordinator that you get to spend time with and do that too, and share life experiences with as well. We've both been through so many amazing things. We've also been through some tough things too, and you overcome them, and you learn, you use all that adversity, all that experience for better, and I really love that part of it.
Arnold said that he gets FaceTimes from his wife when you guys are together on Friday nights, being like, hey, make sure you're not at a bar or something. Are you getting FaceTimes from home?
Yeah, you know, I'll get some, like, you know, she's like, man, how much longer, you know? Yeah. But no, I think that, you know, Sierra and Allison, they both really, you know, they know how much we love this game. I think it's fun that, you know, C's always been Allison too. I think the biggest thing is for us, we always say to them is, you guys like touchdowns, right? You know, so I think that's always, we're just trying to find the next touchdown.
Russ, Mike has talked throughout this year about a package for Justin Fields. What would that type of look do for an offense like this, just keeping defenses off balance?
Yeah, well, Justin's just a tremendous football player, you know, and I think that, you know, anytime he steps on the field, great things can happen, and so. You know, I think that he's just a tremendous player. You know, I think that we've done a really good job, you know, me and him together, just trying to be our best every day for this team, and I think that's our job. You know, I always say, I remember my rookie year, I remember my old quarterback coach, Coach Carl Smith Tater, we called him. I remember my first rookie meeting, and he asked me, you know, what's, you know, first question, he says, what's, you know, I'm in there first rookie day, and he says, you know, what's the quarterback's job? You know, I'm like, you know, well, score touchdowns, this and that. Yeah. And he goes, what else? I said, well, back then it was to help the Seattle Seahawks win, and that was really the only goal. And I think the same thing with you know, being here as the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, my mission every day is to help us win, and you know, I think that's what we try to bring to the table every day, and this whole team and everybody, we're so focused on just trying to love the moments, be in the moments, not run from them, you know, embrace them, enjoy it, and understand that it takes hard work, and we're going to do the work, and I think that allows us to be free on the game day.
Guys, two more here.
On that note, Russ, 9 games played so far this year. This is the first divisional game. How important is it to get this win on Sunday? First division.
Yeah, every game matters, but the division ones matter, obviously, and have such great weight to them. You know, I think the way that you win them is you play good, clean football. You know, and you do the things well that you do well already, and you've got to make clutch plays. And they got some guys that can really make some great plays on both sides of the football. We do too, and understanding that you know, we get to play in front of our fans, and that'll be a great experience for us.
You've been around a lot, you've seen a lot, you've experienced a lot. Is a snake in the locker a first for you?
Yeah, I think that was a first. It was running all over the locker room. I think it ended up in my locker somehow. I didn't run though. I didn't hide. You know, but yeah, that was definitely a first.
All right.
Thank you guys. Yeah, appreciate it.